Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm now going to go into a bit more in depth with this mixed reality setup that I've created. So if people haven't watched the last video covering the virtual desktop beta, I'm just going to go over the quick basics here. What I've done in Assetto Corsa is modify this car's steering wheel, or rather delete the steering wheel completely, and create one giant big pink disc. And within virtual desktop, which is in beta at the moment, the beta has a VR pass-through mode. Now this is applicable for Quest 2, Quest 3, Pico Neo 3 Link, Pico 4, HTC Vive, XR Elite. Anything with virtual desktop and having the beta available has this VR pass-through mode. You cannot use the really high resolution presets. In Pico 4 this caps out at a high preset. This is different across all other headsets, the actual resolution values you get, but I can't go any higher than high, because then I won't be able to enable the VR pass-through. And I also can't use the Snapdragon game super resolution. So bearing in mind that I have a hit to my visual quality to use this feature, that is sort of the only caveat to doing this at the moment. So if I go back into VR, you can see that obviously I've done my pink steering wheel here. This is done on a per car basis. I will leave a link to the car in the video description. There's probably a better way you can do this. There's apparently a plugin for changing steering wheels across all cars. If there's a way to do that, then great, but what I will give the heads up if that is a solution. If it's simply changing the actual rim of the steering wheel to a different color, that won't give me the whole pass-through window. That will only mask out the actual rim itself. So it is going to still need to use this setup with a big chunky object that you can key out. And that can be any color. I've gone with pink because I'm not really going to see pink anywhere. Blue, I would see it in the sky. Green, I'd see on the grass. So pink, you don't really see that, so I've keyed that out. Continuing on here, I've only done the steering wheel for the moment. I will have another go at Blender. I've never done Blender or Assetto Corsa modding, so I'm completely new to this. And again, there's probably a better way you can do this, but this is my solution for the minute. I am going to add the shifter and the handbrake. Not that it's ever a problem knowing where they are in VR. You just get used to your controls where they are. But for the pass-through portal like this, just simply being able to change the steering wheel settings as I drive along on Fanatic Wheel, at least, this is awesome. So this is so handy. I will try contain my excitement and not shake around too much, because obviously I understand watching back VR footage is going to be picking up my talking, it's going to be picking up everything moving in my head, a lot more on the recording than what I see. For recording purposes, this pass-through at the moment is central to me. Let's turn off these metrics as well, so you can have a better look. The pass-through is central to me where I'm sitting. This is perfectly fine. As I understand it, because I'm recording from the headset itself, again, not using any resources on the PC for the portal pass-through or the recording, it's all done on the headset. You can choose between a left eye recording or right eye recording. Realistically, I should have chose left eye, it's just better for in-car, but I noticed it was recording from the right eye, or at least I hope it is. So what I'm actually going to do is show you that basically if you do see a slight offset, it's because I've tried to offset it myself within game. If I close one right eye, close my left eye, sorry, so I can see out the right, I guess the left is a little bit bigger than the right, if that's coming across in the recording as well. So if you want to accommodate for content creation, just bear that in mind. Whatever eye you've got recording is going to be offset. Just close one eye and then just get it somewhat equal, so you can get yourself all center. Assetto Corsa, you need to do that in game. The bind left and bind look right is your recenter. You need to press left and right together to recenter your VR. So without any further ado, I'm just going to do a quick explanation as I drive around. I'll try to keep the volume down on the car, but don't stall it. I've turned off the virtual hands. It doesn't really make a difference. If you prefer that sort of thing, you can leave them on, but I've turned off the virtual hands, so it's just my own hands here. And I've also turned off the lock to horizon for the VR comfort, so the object, the actual pink disc, is no longer moving around as I look straight, because that was what the lock to horizon does, is lock your VR view straight, and then it moves the car under all the bumps and the G-forces to stop your vision being affected by the car itself, like all the suspension travel. So I've turned that off, so this pass-through portal will stay in the same place as I go over bumps or dips or any incline, decline. So this is how you need to use this setup. but you are obviously going to take a hit if you do get motion sick by not having that lock to horizon feature on. Again, the things you do for content creation. I'm not a content creator, so I'm not going to like put up gameplay videos. If I get happy with the setup, I probably will, but I'm not going to put up gameplay videos of me actually like doing races and stuff with this. This is purely for my own selfish needs when I'm doing racing. And if I do get a nice setup with the handbrake and shifter, or even just do the whole dash of this car, so the only thing that I've got as a sort of reference to a virtual world would be the door cards. I want to keep that, so it feels like you're not going to fall out. But I would keep the door cards and maybe the floor, and then everything else I could key out so it shows all of my environment. And then again, all of the focus realistically is going to be at the windscreen, but that would allow you to basically have a button box. You can't see where my hand's obviously going. It would allow you to have a button box and be able to press all your buttons because you'll be able to see everything. I'm not sure what the recording quality is going to come out like. I'm sticking to 720p for performance reasons, because this virtual desktop beta update, or no, I'll start again. The Pico beta update is completely bugged and the performance is shit. Nothing wrong with the virtual desktop beta, it's the Pico side of it right now. So I think it's recording in 720p, so that'd be why this doesn't look as fantastic as it is, but that's only so I can drive around and not become violently ill with all the comfort options turned off and frame rate dipping in the headset. So give this a try. If you've got a virtual desktop on any of your headsets, give it a try, because again, this is something you really need to see. It's surprising how much of a difference this makes. You're always looking at the windscreen. It doesn't matter. This doesn't need to look realistic in any sense. As long as you can see the controls that you've got, that is the whole purpose of this setup. And again, it works across any standalone headset that has a virtual desktop. So Quest 2 is fine. You can obviously have black and white. But yeah, Quest Pro, Pico 4, Pico Neo for Link, HTC Vive, XR Elite. They're all going to work like this. And it's all done on headset. So again, nothing on your PC, nothing to worry about setting up on the PC. As long as you've got a modded car, which again, you can try this one by all means in the video description, you're good to go. So please, Assetto Corsa community, go further with this. This is awesome. Go further with this. Make cars with just pass-through portals. Again, people can select where they want their button boxes and stuff. It'd just be awesome to be able to use virtual reality and still see all of your vital controls that you need. So the whole reason I've not got a button box is I just can't see it in VR. It's impossible. Like the basics, handbrake, shifter, you can get a grasp of where those controls always are. But buttons, again, buttons on the steering wheel isn't so bad. If you have a very busy steering wheel, you absolutely really want this solution. So yeah, give it a go, guys. This is just completely awesome. I'm super happy now I've changed all of the settings I need to make this a better experience. I'm not going to give you the full rundown on the laps and all the rest of it, so I'll leave that video as it is. And please, I'm reaching out to the community, do something with this and make this awesome. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Okay, I maybe lied about adding some gameplay. As this is a drift car, it's just rude not to try drift it.